2016 school year started just like any other at St. Amant High School.
We went to band camp, everything was normal, and then next thing you know, there's a huge flood. No one knew it was coming.
Watching the waters rise, and they kept bumping the crest up and then up and then up, and I was like, it's getting scary. Then I started getting news that the water was starting to come over the road toward the high school. At that point, I was locked in. There was not much I could do other than pray. And then I started getting pictures, and I started getting texts, hey, it looks like it's going to go into the school.
1, 2, now go!
Band director Craig Millet has worked at St. Amant for 27 years. It's the only job he's ever had. The devastating floods this August completely ruined the band hall and most of the equipment inside, washing out Millet's life's work in the process.
I got permission to go into the school, and the drive there was pretty emotional. I actually cried and tried to hold it together. I felt like I was going to identify a body.
Millet's assistant band director, Joseph Nasser, also dedicated much of his life to the St. Amant band. Nasser's daughter, Caitlin, was beginning her senior year.
The hardest part was actually seeing my dad have to deal with all the school stuff in band. It means so much to him, and just knowing he would go home and just be so distraught, having to go. He was just frustrated in the whole situation because building the whole band up for about 30 years. He went to Santa Mall, and that was his pride and joy, just waking up, going to do what he loved to do, and everything getting ruined, music, his band room, all of our stuff.
Football season soon began, but the Friday night lights in St. Amant felt incomplete with no band in the stands.
The first game, I would look at on the field and be like, wow, at halftime, I'm not marching. And it just felt, it's like something, you don't realize how special it is until you're not doing it.
What happened next is an amazing story of the power of the human spirit and social media. Millet began telling the tragic story of his program's losses. That story eventually made its way to Sports Illustrated reporter Peter King, who used his national forum to share the agony of St. Amant and begin a fundraising project to help the band with the estimated $285,000 in damages suffered from the flood. Tens of thousands of dollars in donations poured in from across the nation almost immediately. Among those making contributions were Taylor Swift, Ellen DeGeneres, and the band 3 Doors Down.
It was crazy to see how far our story has traveled. It's we're just a small band in southern Louisiana, and our stories reached every state of the United States, and I'm sure some other countries.
We are such a small town, and we're all we're in the middle of nowhere. There's a high school and maybe a couple gas stations, but it's nice to know that celebrities like Taylor Swift and Peter King are helping us out. It means a lot.
It's so cool to think that somebody so high up and has so many other things to do would take time to just recognize a small little town, Santa Mall, and just help these people that they've never met before.
Nearly 2 months after the flood, the St. Amant band took the field for the first time all season, representing not only their community, but the thousands across the country who offer their support. The band performed a tribute to their grieving state of Louisiana, which left their community in tears of a different kind.
It's an emotional show. It's a tribute show to our state. It was a tearjerker type show. And as we're on the field, I'm getting texts from former teachers and former principals in the stands saying, I'm crying up here. And it was truly special. I can't wait to do it again.
As they begin their return to normalcy, thanks to the generosity of others, the band members have learned the value of giving and selflessness, something that will impact their lives forever.
Seeing this and all the generosity of people is just a great reminder of how people can unite together and support someone that has suffered such as this. And as going to college, that's something that I'm definitely going to carry with me. You don't think that something like this would get this much attention, but it has, and it's wowed all of us.